We all know life is hard, especially for our seniors. Our seniors are dealing with high medical costs, delaying medical care, housing costs, food costs. We can't solve all of your problems. We can't solve everyone's problems, but if we can make life a little bit more bearable, maybe help, number one, people save money on their prescription drug cost, on their Medicare supplement cost, and number three, whether you should look at Medicare Advantage to help save money. That's what we do. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, this is Rick McDermott here with Senior Solutions Group, and as I was saying in the intro, a lot of people are struggling these days, especially our seniors. And I came across this Kaiser Foundation article related to income and assets of Medicare beneficiaries in 2023. And I'm just going to read a little blip from this, and we'll have the link down below. I highly encourage you to check it out. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. We have very important work we're doing helping our seniors out. More than 65 million people aged 65 and older and younger people with disabilities, long-term disabilities, are on Medicare. They receive their health insurance through the federal Medicare program, as this article states. While overall satisfaction with the program is high, this is one of the few government programs where satisfaction is pretty good. The financial burden of health care spending can prove challenging for Medicare beneficiaries. So according to a recent Kaiser Family Foundation survey, more than one-third, 36% of Medicare beneficiaries say they have delayed or gone without a visit to the doctor's office, vision services, hearing services, prescription drug, or dental within the last year. That's a huge number. Medicare households also spend a larger share of their total budgets on health care. And a lot of these people, I want to add, don't have the ability to go back to work to earn extra money to make up this money. So one of the charts here I'm going to show you is the chart that shows that half of all Medicare beneficiaries lived on incomes below $36,000 per person, and 1 in 4 lived on incomes below $21,000 per person in 2023. So this chart illustrates that 25% of all people who are on Medicare had incomes of below $21,000. Did you know that it costs for most people $174 a month just to be on Medicare? That's your entry ticket to the fair. That's without buying all the fair food that you need to buy, all the rides that you have to purchase at the fair. We're talking about health care though. Health care is way more important than going to the fair. 50% had incomes below $36,000. So if you're paying $174 for Medicare, times 2 if you're married, plus you're having to look at a Medicare supplement plan because Medicare doesn't cover everything, how are you going to budget this? So here at Senior Solutions Group, we can help you compare Medicare supplement plans to help you get the most coverage for the least amount. So for a lot of people, they're wondering, well, how can I afford all of this insurance? How can I afford going to the doctor? How can I afford that surgery that I need, that MRI? If you have a good Medicare supplement insurance, that won't be a worry. But here's the part that you need to think about. How can I get the most coverage for the least amount? For those fortunate people, 1% had incomes above $259,000. Now those people are going to pay a lot more for their Medicare premium. Let's go down to the next graph here. Half of all Medicare beneficiaries had savings below $103,800 per person, and 1 in 10 had no savings or were in debt in 2023. That's this area right here, this red area here. 50% had savings below $103,000. 25% had savings below $16,950. Now these are people that may be able to qualify for low-income extra help to help with their prescription drug cost or for Medicaid. So if you're one of the 10% who have no savings or in debt, you may be able to qualify for Medicare and Medicaid. Again, we have very few people that have savings. 5% had incomes above $1.6 million. 1% had savings above $4.3 million. So these numbers are staggering. The next chart I'm going to look at here is half of all Medicare beneficiaries had home equity below $124,450. 1% had $1.4 million in home equity, and 26% had no home equity. What happens is people that have home equity, if you're single and you take care of your husband and your husband goes to the nursing home, the state that you live in will typically let you keep your home, but if your husband or your wife passes away, then you need care because you're worn out taking care of them, then the state can go in and force you to sell your home to qualify for state Medicaid assistance because Medicare doesn't cover long-term care. If you have kids, you need to talk to them about this. They need to start saving money today. You also have to talk to your kids about looking at long-term care insurance. Why do I say talk to your kids? Because many people that are already 65 and older have chronic health conditions where they can't qualify for long-term care insurance, or if they could qualify, the premiums are too unaffordable for them. So we're in this quandary. How do we afford Medicare plus supplemental insurance? How do we afford our prescription drug costs? And maybe if we don't have any savings or our income is so low, maybe we have to look at Medicare Advantage plans. That's what we do at Senior Solutions Group. We help you plan ahead. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. So if you need help with Medicare, if you need to help enroll in Medicare, maybe save money on your Medicare premium if you qualify for low-income subsidies, or if you need help comparing which Medicare supplement plan to choose, reach out to us at Senior Solutions Group. If you just need us to help you with a prescription drug plan question, reach out to us as well. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of clutter that comes in the mail. You got to be very careful. There's a lot of scams out there. Do not give your Medicare information out to people who you do not know. Be very careful. The third thing that we need to talk about is Medicare Advantage. If you are considering Medicare Advantage, you need to be very careful. There are plans that may promise you the moon and back, but it may not be the most suitable plan for you. Again, reach out to us at Senior Solutions. We are here for you. We care about you, especially those of you who are widowed, who have lost a spouse, that don't have you don't have someone to bounce things off of. Maybe your kids live across the country. Maybe you don't have kids. Maybe you're not talking to your kids or they're not talking to you. We would love to be there for you to help you in any way, shape, or form that we can. Again, we can't promise you we can help you, but there's a good chance we can. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and have a blessed rest of your day.